Your success will never be greater than the image that you have of yourself. How do you see yourself? When we think in images. When you think of your car, your house, your spouse, an image comes to the screen of your mind. When you think of yourself, what image comes to mind? Because that image is guiding your life. That self-image that you have is guiding everything, influencing you in every situation, whether it's at work, whether it's in your relationship, whether it's at the gym, whether it's in your car. That image that you have of yourself is causing you to react or respond in the ways that you do. If you change that image that you have of yourself for an image of you at your highest potential, you would certainly act differently. You would carry yourself differently. You would see yourself differently. Others would see you differently because you are operating by this higher image. That is your higher self. But it's not going to come from one day to the next. It's something that is a process. You have to develop yourself through the actions, the struggles, the challenges, the adversities every single day as you are aspiring to create this image, create this person that you want to be in this physical reality. If you're not doing the inner work, you're probably unhappy, you're probably sick, and you're probably broke. If you're not doing the inner work, personal development is success. If you develop yourself to the highest potential, you're going to be successful in anything that you do, whether it's selling cars, selling real estate, helping people in therapy, as a banker, as a masseuse, whatever profession you get into, if you are highly developed, you're going to understand through a higher level of awareness, okay, what do I need to do? What actions do I need to take? How do I need to treat the customer? How do I need to prepare the environment for the customer? Who would I need to be for the customer to help your business succeed or whatever endeavor you're in? You would understand that you have to be the best you. You would have to understand that you can't bring your drinking problem. You can't bring the drug addiction. You can't bring the junk food and the vices, because all that's deterring you from you being successful, from you doing the task at hand. Why aren't you willing to put in more effort, more energy, more time to what it is that you want to be successful in? Because you have all these things that are causing you to have a knee-jerk reaction and go and run off and do those things. Why? You're fucked up. We're all fucked up. Some of us more than others. But the ones who succeed, they learn to overcome themselves more than others. They understand that those things are not going to bring them what they really want. It's going to bring them some short-term pleasure, sure, some dopamine hits, momentarily, but then it's going to lead to long-term pain and frustration and regret because they didn't do the most that they could. They didn't do their best because they were engaging in these other things that were taking their time away and their attention and their energy from doing this thing better. That's the difference between the winners and the losers. The losers think that there's this outer cause that's causing them to not be successful. They look at it as an alibi as to why they're not successful. Whereas winners, successful people, they take full accountability for their actions, for their results. And they say, I don't care what is taking place, I should be able to get my result, the result that I want. So then they start doing the inner work and they start realizing, oh, I just have to do this to the highest degree. You could be in any profession and be extremely successful as long as you do it to a high degree. You can be a gardener and make millions of dollars a month. You could be a chef and make millions of dollars a month. Or you could be a chef and make minimum wage. You choose based on you. That's why the inner work is everything. You have to develop you first before you go into anything. Because if you go into anything right now as you are, with all these vices, with all these things that are controlling you and causing a knee-jerk reaction, then you're just going to go and continue being you. You're going to give it half-ass effort. You're going to wonder why you're not getting the results that you want to get. But what has to change? Nothing else has to change. Nothing out there has to change. You have to change. You have to change you. Your personality is creating your personal reality. So if you want to change your reality, you have to change your personality. Yes, you're going to have to let some people go. Let some things go. Let some feelings go. But do you want it? Do you want that success? Do you want to realize the vision that God planted in your mind? It's up to you. You have a choice. You certainly have a choice. But what I've realized is it's hard either way. It's hard if you start doing the work now, you go through that pain, you go through that struggle, and you get what you really want at the end of it. Yeah, it's going to be hard through that process. But at the end of the day, you're going to be happy. Or you could put it off, do the short-term pleasures now. It's all fun and games now, but later you're going to suffer, and later it's going to be hard, and it's going to be much worse later. So you choose. Pick your poison. You want the hard now, or you want the hard later? I guarantee you, when you're on your deathbed, you're going to say, dang, I wish I chose now. Because you know what? This life isn't that long. You think that it's very long just because you're in your 20s or 30s. But you know what? It's not that long. So do what must be done now. Do what has to be done now. Don't do what you want to do. Doing what you want to do is going to continue to get you the same results that you've been getting. Do what you have to do. Bite the bullet now. Be present for your pain. You will appreciate this in the long run. This is what it's all about. And instill this in your kids, in your friends, and people that you know in your family. Because you know what? This is the true way to live, through sacrifice. It's not all about all the fun and games and short-term pleasure. That doesn't lead to anything good. Look what that leads to. People being out of shape, people being broke, and people being unhappy. You choose now or later.